What's that word? What's that word, family? Hey, man, check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out. Is to the streets, is to the streets. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, on Fast and Furious interviews, we got a very special guest in the building, ladies and gentlemen. So, why don't you tell the people who you are and where you from?
Bos Prise from Inglewood, man. South side of Chicago.
You know, I got my ears to the streets, and a lot of people have been telling me to check you out, bring you onto the show so that you can explain, how it is growing up in Chicago for the people that don't know, man. How was it for a young Bos Prise?
Shit, it was cracking. It was rough out here. It was cracking shit. Only the real survive out here. Anybody grew up in Inglewood, over east, up north, out south, anywhere in the city, shit. It can go down anywhere.
I'm pretty sure that your neighborhood was what we considered as crime infested, you know what I'm saying? So how did you navigate staying safe living in the area that you lived in?
Shit, like everybody else do, shit. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Do what you do. Bob and weed, keep that motherfucker on you, you know? You know how this shit go. It was fucked up, like, cause it went from like I said, it went from like the fighting, we walking deep as hell to parties to you can't go nowhere unless you got it on you. Niggas getting blew down. Shit, it got real. Everybody know that 2012, 2013, 2014, it was spicy shit. You know, everybody was getting down, everybody was getting wild. So you had to choose a side.
Around 2012, is that when shit started to get hot?
Yeah, it was already a little crazy, but 2012, I'll say 2011, 2012, that's when shit started getting rocky. On our end, like for our generation, our end, our little clique and shit, like that's when shit started turning up. Music, the streets, all that shit at one time.
Right. Hey, so how was it? Cause you knew Lil Jo Jo, right?
I ain't know him personally, but we had like a lot of mutual like people, like a lot of mutual people. But like he wasn't my homie, we wasn't kicking and chilling and no shit like that. But when he checked shit, we felt the effect on our end.
Right. You know, a lot of people feel like when Lil Jo Jo made the song, the BDK song, a lot of people feel like that was the beginning of Chicago really turning up, man, once Lil Jo Jo was like subsequently killed and all of that. Was that when
it was shit going on before that, but Shorty made an impact. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the first ones who made a major impact on our end. I can't speak for nobody else. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely made a big ass impact.
Right. And how did you feel when you found out that he didn't pull through?
Shit was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That shit was fucked up, but you know, it's the streets. Shit, I'm talking to you today. I might get killed tomorrow. You know how that shit be. You know, you gotta just be ready for whatever come with this shit. Shit, but rest in peace, Storm. Though, you know what I'm saying? I had family and shit from towards that way too. So that shit, like I said, it struck a little nerve. And I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my people was affected by that shit, but the city definitely was crazy as hell around that time.
So around that time, what are you doing as an artist?
Shit, I wasn't doing shit as an artist. Shit, we was in the streets. That's why I couldn't never. We you know how it be, motherfucker, make a little rap here, a little diss there, some little goofy shit. But that ain't, to me, that's not an artist. You know what I'm saying? We just going with the flow. An artist, when you sit down, you really take your time with the shit. Now I'm an artist. Back then, I wasn't no artist. We was just gang banging. You know what I'm saying? We wanted our shit to be heard too, so we did. But I wasn't no artist back then, though.
Do you feel like drill music set a bad pace in the city, or do you feel like that don't have anything to do with what's going on?
I'm gonna say that shit played. It's a 50-50. Like drill music impacted the city, but it was a side effect to the impact. You know what I'm saying? It got a lot of niggas rich. It got a lot of niggas notarized. Also got a lot of niggas killed. So I just felt like the city let that shit get out of control. That's what it was. They instead of making it they should have just left it at a trend instead of making it, you know what I'm saying, away from motherfuckers getting killed or doing all that shit. They should have just been left as a trend, like a way of music, like how they created hip hop. Drill should have just been a genre instead of it being a side effect to motherfuckers getting killed. But in Chicago, at the end of the day.
So you do believe that people die because of the songs that they make?
Man, shit, that's common sense. We all see that shit. Your mouth will get you somewhere you don't want to be. It was real, cause like I ain't never been a rapper that tried to rap about shit I wasn't doing. So then you don't want to incriminate yourself either. You see what I'm saying? So It was crazy though, cause we one foot was in the streets, one foot was in the booth. Then we jumped fully back in the streets. Then motherfucker like, nah, go back in the booth. So it was just like it was ping pong. You know what I'm saying? So shit was crazy.
Yeah, speaking of the booth, man, won't you tell me about your latest project, bro?
Shit, my latest project right now is called the Marathon. That's what I'm working on right now. You know, I got a couple features on there. I got BU Double on there. I got YRS Mari on there, another independent artist underground, and another. I got my little brother on there. He independent underground too. His name G Lowski. So, but it's a nice project, man. It's definitely gonna be a decent impact on my music because I feel like I came with that shit this time.
Right. I was just talking to you about ninth or 10th grade, man. Did you manage to finish high school?
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna cap with you. Like shit, that's one thing about it. Like I ain't no motherfucking dummy. Shit, I graduated from high school. Shit, I did college a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't had nothing to do with the streets. But shit, I ain't gonna lie, my OG them, they weren't playing that shit. Like we did, but that dumb shit, they weren't having that shit in our career. Like I don't get no fuck. Your ass sold squares when you got out of school. You was gonna graduate. You know what I'm saying? So hell yeah, I ain't no dummy. I ain't finna apply to none of that shit. I graduated with honors. But shit, when I stepped outside that motherfucking school, it was a whole different ball game. Even in the school sometimes, shit. I ain't no dummy from a long shot though.
Did you come from a two-parent home?
Nah, not at all.
Do you know your father?
Yeah, that's my dog, my old man. I fuck with him.
Tell us about your old man.
Shit, that's his name Fox. Shit, he from the hood. A lot of niggas know he a street legend, huh? A lot of motherfuckers know me by Bos Prise or Lil Fox. They call me Lil Fox because my old man, but my old man, he one of them niggas though. Okay. Yeah, he a stand up nigga. He respect. I fuck with him though. He smart man. He a smart individual. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never try to tell me go do this, go do that. You know what I'm saying? Despite what I seen, my old man always try to get me in another direction. But shit, that's another story.
All right, by you having respect and your father being around, do you feel like that's the reason why you may have made better choices than other people in your city?
Yeah, I could say that. I mean, I don't know though. I was always the child, like out of all the kids, I always like motherfucker tell me to do something. If I'm curious about it, I ain't gonna listen to them. I'm gonna go about it my way. You know what I'm saying? To that hard head, make a soft ass, they made that shit for me because I don't be listening to nobody until I go do it and I find out for myself that shit. Sometimes it was beneficial, sometimes, a lot of the times it really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So, but like, rather, I don't know how it would have been if my old man went around. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't grow up in a two-parent home, but I know my old man, but I don't know shit. If I ain't know him at all, I don't know how to be shit, for real. But I know, like, I'm still gonna do me regardless of what's going on.
All right, so your parents found out that you gang banging, right? What was that like?
Shit, my whole family with that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. They ain't what they gonna say. You can't you can't sit up and be like, oh man, don't be trapping, but you sitting up breaking bricks down in front of your motherfucking kids. Like, what the fuck you think gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? Shit, this shit like how family they raised their kids to be Muslim shit. We was raised to be gangster shit. You know how that shit be? That shit. I mean, if you understand the principles, you know, if you really like, I grew up around the old fashioned niggas, like the old school niggas, like so. Motherfuckers, if you know the law, you know all that shit, and you know it's a way of life. But motherfuckers just twist and turn that shit upside down, so everybody try to make it sound like it's something bad. But shit, I'm a dog gangster. I ain't gonna lie to you. We ain't get too deep into it, but like you gotta think like if we from this hood, fooling from that hood, and our older heads is into it, like we might not be into it exactly for what they was into it about, but off the strength that they was into it, we gonna find a reason to get into it with these niggas. Like fuck them niggas, you know what I'm saying? So they might get into it about a nigga getting killed, you know what I'm saying? Some goofy ass shit, somebody doing some goofy shit like that. We might get into it about we don't want them coming down here because of that shit. So that's the way I like that shit get inherited. But I ain't gonna lie to you, like I don't get in people business like that. Like just because one nigga don't like a nigga, I'm not gonna not like that nigga. Like I'm gonna have my own reason to not liking him. I ain't never been no follower, bro.
All right, let me ask you this, man. This is what I call a critical question. I like to ask people, if you could bring one person back from the dead to work on your project, who would that person be and why?
Shit. One person. So you gotta see when you say that, you gotta probably really like give me more like qualifications like with the shit. Like, is it one person from Chicago since we talking about drill, or one person worldwide, or like
Worldwide, you just anything that you can imagine, like somebody that this would be a dope collaboration.
shit. On the deceased side, like I said, I always fuck with Pat though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, no big rap shit or nothing. Like, Shorty was just raw to us. He made, like I said, he was a nigga shit. Like, he had a different flow. Cause you gotta remember, everybody from Inglewood over east, they was trying to rap like either Keith, Dirk, or Herb. You know what I'm saying? Every rapper that was coming up, they was trying to take their flow. And everybody don't know about up north. You know what I'm saying? They don't know about the Greens. That's where the gangsters be at. You know what I'm saying? A lot of roots came from up there. So a lot of people sleep on the Greens and shit like that, or sleep up north because the news don't be putting they shit up there like that because of the property tax shit. They try to hide a lot of shit. But it's a lot of killings and shit up there. A lot of niggas getting money doing what they doing. And for a nigga, I acknowledge niggas who take risks. Shorty took a risk to put on a whole side of town that everybody was looking down on. So for him to do that and successfully do that, that mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a person who always take risks that everybody else be scared to take. He took it, successful with it, but he got this life got took in the process of that shit. So that's the only thing about it. So if I could, I'd bring Bro back so he could pick up where he left off at. Maybe the drill scene would be totally different in the city if he was still alive, and I think it would, because he would have opened that side for the city that dude and them steady blocking. You see what I'm saying? The city one-sided right now, and it's like the niggas on the other side. It's hard for us to get up out of there because motherfuckers getting railroad with shit. Shorty was definitely the truth, and he was gonna get up out of there. So that's why I feel like he should be here.
Right. How did that make you feel when you heard Pappy was killed?